Men and women from the building trades, you represent a proud legacy. Generations of men and women who, through their strength and sweat, built our nation into what it is. In the rain, the snow, the heat, American tradesmen dug hundreds of miles of canals to connect our cities when we were a new nation. They built the railroads, telegraph lines, and factories that propelled our economy into the modern age and made us a world power. The tradesmen and women of this nation brought water to the desert, electricity to every town, and defeated fascism by building ships and planes and munitions faster than our enemies could. In doing all of this, the men and women of the trades lifted themselves out of poverty and their families out of poverty and millions of other Americans and built the middle class that made us the envy of the world. But every step of the way, there have been men who were smaller, weaker, less patriotic, yet in positions of power, who have tried to exploit the labor of America's builders. Men who sit in comfortable offices and try to make a quick buck by denying others honest pay for honest work, who pay politicians to look the other way while they prey upon the very people who made our country what it is. This is why we have unions. This is why unions are essential. Thank God that in our free country, workers can join together and achieve power. Organized labor built this country, and organized labor will save this country. I know the power of organized labor from my own family's story. My grandfather, Bob McTighe, grew up poor, the son of Irish immigrants in Worcester, Massachusetts. The day he graduated high school, he joined the Marines and fought for our freedom in the Pacific. When he came home, he got a job as a steel worker at a company in Worcester called Wyman Gordon that made airplane parts. With that job, he bought a house. With that job, he raised 4 kids and put them through school, including my mother. With that job, he earned his ticket to the middle class. That's the way it's supposed to be in this country. If you work hard and do the right thing, you should be able to have a good life. Bob McTighe wouldn't have been able to do that without the labor movement, and that means that I wouldn't be standing here today without the labor movement, and I will never forget that. That's why I came to Congress. That's why I joined the Congressional Labor Caucus, where I now serve as a vice chair for the Building Trades Task Force, because I want more families in America to have the same opportunities that mine did. My grandfather was one of the millions of tradesmen and women who made our country the strongest, the richest, and the safest country in the history of the world. And now our country needs you to do it again. Today, America faces new competition from China, a country of 1.4 billion, growing rapidly with no regard for democracy, freedom, or workers' rights. A country that has no collective bargaining and that uses slave labor. Here at home, corporations are making record profits for their billionaire owners while jacking up prices and making life unaffordable for working people. The challenges before us are daunting, but we know what we need to do. If America is going to end the 21st century as strong as we started it, we need to build again. We need to build the factories and data centers to secure American leadership in the digital age. We need to build more power, nuclear, wind, solar, and more, to break our dependence on the rest of the world and make energy affordable again. We need to build 4 million new homes so that every American who works hard for a living can afford to live in America. And those homes are going to need water and sewer, electric and broadband service. We need the trades to do what the trades have always done: make our country the strongest in the world and make our middle class the envy of the world. There are some people who think that we can't build big things in America anymore. But in Rhode Island, where I come from, we know that's not true. In Rhode Island, when I was state treasurer, I worked with our building trades unions to pass a once-in-a-generation, multi-billion-dollar school construction plan. In just 7 years, that plan has rebuilt or replaced more than half of our state's public school buildings. We launched a program called Roadworks that has repaired hundreds of bridges. And yes, we built the Revolution Wind Farm, a brand new offshore wind farm that will supply more than 1/3 of our state's electricity needs with clean, affordable American energy built by American hands. Don't tell us we can't do big things. In Rhode Island, we know we can. We may be a small state, but we are a blue-collar state. We are a union state. We know how to do it. Don't let anyone tell you that we can't build big things in America anymore. We can, we must, we will. But it won't happen on its own. We need to stop spending money on wars in foreign countries and tax cuts for foreign billionaires and go back to spending our money here at home. We need to train the next generation of tradesmen and women in the schools and on the job sites and teach these young people that there is honor in a career in the trades. We need to make it easier. We need to make it easier to organize and harder for employers to retaliate against workers looking to exercise their right to join a union. We need to pass my bill to end wage theft because it is wrong that contractors can steal money from their own employees and get nothing more than a slap on the wrist. We need to demand prevailing wage, not just on federal projects, but at all levels. But more than anything, we need to dream big again. This month, for the first time in 53 years, American astronauts returned from the moon. It took the hands of thousands of tradesmen and women, many of them union workers, to do what no other nation has ever been able to do, and we ourselves hadn't done in 5 decades. To launch 4 astronauts lying on top of a rocket weighing 5 million pounds on a journey of 1.3 million miles at a speed of up to 25,000 miles per hour before re-entering the atmosphere at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit and returning safely. It was American tradesmen and women who did that. It is American tradesmen and women who can do anything. Thank you.